George Liddy on the radio. Just as I crossed that Mississippi line, I heard that highway starting to whine. I knew that left rear tire was about to go. The spare was flat. I got up tight because there wasn't a filling station in sight, so I just limped on down the shoulder on the rim. I went as far as I could, and when I stopped the car, it was right in front of this little bar, kind of a redneck-looking joint called a Doo-Drop Inn. Stuffed all my hair up under my hat, and told the bartender I'd have had a flat, and he'd be kind enough to give me change for a pint. There was one thing I was sure proud to see. There wasn't a soul in the place except for him and me, and he just looked disgusted and pointed toward the telephone. I called up the station down the road away. He said, well, we're very busy today, and we can have somebody there in just about 10 minutes or so. He said, nah, you just stay right where you're at. And I didn't even bother to tell the darn fool that I sure as hell didn't have any place else to go. I just ordered up a beer and sat down at the bar, and some guy walked in and said, who owns that car with the gun rack and mad wheels and four on the floor? Well, he looked at me and I dang near died. I decided I'd just wait outside, so I laid a fiver on the bar and I headed for the door. Just when I thought I was gonna get out of there with my skin, these 5 big dudes come strolling in with this one old drunk chick and some fella with green teeth. I was almost at the door when the biggest one said, you can tip your hat to this lady, son. And when I did, all that hair fell out from underneath. Last thing I wanted was to get in a fight in Jackson, Mississippi on a Saturday night, especially when there was 6 of them and only 1 of me. They all started laughing. I got feeling sick. I knew I'd better think of something pretty quick, so I just hauled off and kicked old Green Teeth right in the knee. He let out a yell that'd curl your hair, but before he could move, I grabbed me a chair and said, watch him, folks, he's a thoroughly dangerous man. Now, y'all may not know it, but this man's a spy. He's an undercover agent for the FBI. He's been sent down here to infiltrate the Ku Klux Klan. He was still bent over, holding on to his knee, but everybody else was looking and listening to me, and I just laid it on thicker and heavier as I went. I said, would you believe this man has gone as far as tearing Hannity stickers off the bumpers of cars? He voted for Alan Combs for president. He's a friend of them long-haired, hippie-type, thick old fags. I bet you he's even got a commie flag tacked up on the wall inside of his garage. This man's a snake in the grass. I can tell you guys, he may look dumb, but that's just a disguise. He's a mastermind in the ways of espionage. They all started looking real suspicious of him. He jumped up and said, now just wait a minute, Jim. You know he's lying. I've been living here all of my life. Well, I'm a faithful follower of Brother John Birch, and I belong to the Antioch Baptist Church, and I ain't even got a garage. You can call home and ask my wife. And then he started saying something about the way I was dressed, but I didn't stay around to hear the rest because I was too busy moving and hoping I didn't run out of luck. When I hit the ground, I was making tracks, and they were just taking my car down off the jacks. I threw the man of 50, jumped in, fired that booger up. Old Dale Earnhardt would have sure been proud of the way I was moving when I passed that crowd coming out that door and headed toward me in a trot. Well, I knew I should have gone ahead and run, but somehow I just couldn't resist the fun chasing them all just once around the parking lot. They headed for the cars, and I hit the gas and spun around and headed them off at the pass. I was slinging gravel and putting a ton of dust in the air. I had them all out there stepping and fetching like their heads were on fire and their rear ends was catching, but I figured I better go ahead and split before the cops got there. When I hit that road, I was really wheeling, had gravel flying, rubber squealing, did slow down till I was almost to Arkansas. Well, I think I'm going to reroute my trip. I wonder if everybody would think I'd flipped if I went to L.A. by Omaha.